A lot of people look up to you. Who does Ryan Blair look up to?
Who do I look up to? I look up to the sages in the Bible. I look up to people who are making change in the world. I look up to our president. I look up to Mother Teresa, Jesus, Moses, Gandhi, Nelson Mandela. I look up to a lot of people. And I try to extract the best aspects of each of them, and I try to understand their character, you know, the qualities that they have within them, the attributes that I wish to model, and the attributes that they embody that I would like to refine and develop myself. And so I have a library filled with leaders that have written great books and biographies and stories of these leaders, and I read the Bible every morning to extract those qualities that I'm developing within me. So I look up to a lot of people.
What do you get out of helping people?
What do I get out of helping people? When you give, you receive. And if you do it correctly, if you do it with the right intentions, when you give somebody something with a pure heart, and you're doing it with the right intentions, you receive something in return. You receive blessings. In fact, you receive all the character development that you'll ever need when you give to people. And so that's why I focus on service, because the more that I serve, the more that I receive. And I'm not doing it for the sake of receiving, but I'm receiving every step of the way, because when I watch change within others, when I see people evolve and grow, I receive the feedback I need to be a better teacher, and therefore, you know, it's a perpetual loop that occurs. So the greatest energy that we can work with is the energy of giving and the energy of service. That's what I get out of helping people.
Your first anniversary is coming up. What did you learn about yourself in this new journey of being a husband for the past year?
Having a soulmate is it's a technology. And as your soul grows in connection with another, you begin to develop parts of you that you've never developed before, and you let go of parts of you that you no longer need. And so does your counterparty. And so it's an evolution, and it's an evolution at the fastest pace that I've ever evolved. There's nothing greater than having a soulmate and developing with your soulmate, your wife. There's nothing more beautiful than that. The best way for me to describe it and contextualize it, it's a technology. It is not a thing, it's not a deal, it's not a relationship. It is literally something that changes every cell within your body over a period of time. And once you get married, the transformation begins.
So do you think getting married is for everyone?
I mean, I think that getting married is for everyone, yes. But it's a process, and not everyone is ready for that. But everyone should go through the transformational work necessary to find their soulmate and get married. It literally, when that union happened, I've never been so high in my life. I've never felt such an angelic force and such a presence of God and divinity. I've never felt anything like it. And I've been in churches, I've been to Israel, I've been all around the world, and I've been a seeker my whole life, and there was never a ceremony that purified me more than my marital ceremony. And it was the most amazing experience of my life.
What did you give up to become the new Ryan?
What did I give up to become the new version of me? I had to set fire to the old version of me. And we are all dying all the time. And we have versions of us. And it's said that about every 7 years we should have a new version of us emerge. And it so happens that I have a pattern in my life that about every 7 years there's a major reinvention that occurs. So I've died multiple times over on this journey of success. And, you know, 7 years from now, you'll be talking to a whole new Ryan Blair, God willing.
On that point, we know that a few years ago you answered this question, but we want to know what the new Ryan would answer. If you were to restart, how would you restart?
Restart what?
From scratch. If you were to restart from scratch, how would you restart?
If I were to restart from scratch, I would phone a friend. If all you need to start over is you need one new friend. And if you get one new friend, you can start to get some things accomplished. If you get 2 friends, you can get a lot accomplished. If you get 3 friends, you can change the world with 3 friends. All you need is 3 friends. And so if you're stuck, you need to start over, It's real simple. Just get some new friends that represent your new values, that represent the new version of you, that represent new levels of excellence in your life, new possibilities, new beliefs, new energy, and you'll be a new person pretty soon.
So when it comes to meeting new people, should you just meet new people and be interested about learning about them, or should you think strategically when you meet new people?
No, you really can't. I mean, if you think strategically about it, you're going to just be using people, and you're going to attract the wrong people. You have to think about it like, I'm going to become a new person. I want to attract people at my new level. And so you will attract who you are. And as you're growing and developing yourself, and you're going to attract people that value those things. It's like a frequency that you emit that picks up, and other people read that frequency and they connect to it. And pretty soon you have a new friend group that is operating at the new frequency. So it's not a matter of being strategic as to who you're choosing as your new friends, because that's very much, a selfish mindset. It's about recognizing the frequency that you're aspiring to operate at, recognizing that frequency within others, and then choosing people that vibrate at that frequency.
So do you have a way of recognizing patterns? And how do they guide you?
No, well, when everyone is giving you their consciousness at all times. They're telling you all the information. It's like, think of it of a data hose just powering you with zeros and ones, and they're telling you everything about themselves, their past, their present, their hopes, their dreams, what they lie about, what they lie to themselves about, what they lie to others about. Like, if they're telling you everything, and you just have to tune in to pick it up. And when you pick that up, you see who they are. And if your values are in alignment and you connect to the person, then you have work to do.
We both have teenage sons. What is the most difficult thing and the best thing about raising a teenage son?
Your children are your teachers. Just when I think that I've got it all figured out, my son teaches me something that I need to know. And sometimes, I make the mistake, I think like a lot of us parents do, where I think that my son should do things the way I want to do things. But he's got his own path. He's got his own mission. His soul came here with its own mission, and it's not the same mission as mine, and nor should he do the same things that I've done in the same way that I've done them. And so my job is to figure out what he's good at, what he's gifted at, and put him in front of opportunities to sharpen those skills and develop those gifts. And I should, keep myself out of it. And so that's the mistake that I have made, and I know many other parents make, is we want our sons to follow in our footsteps, or our daughters for that matter. And I just want my son to find his own footsteps.
Many successful people have vast fortunes, huge family estates, and they try to force their sons to follow the same footsteps. So you're saying that they shouldn't do that.
And their sons end up hating them, and their sons end up getting addicted, and their sons end up committing suicide. And I've known many of those children personally, and I've seen the look on their fathers' faces when they realize that they led their sons down the wrong path. We got to figure out the path that our children are on, the lessons that they're here to learn, and we have to hold their hand so that they learn these lessons as gracefully as possible. But if we try to force them onto a path, we're going to create children that hate us or children that hate themselves. Because if you're not on the right path, you will suffer. If your soul came here to be an artist, and I'm convincing you to become a business person, if your soul came here to learn about how lazy people feel and live, and I'm trying to convince you to be a high-performing, high-productive person, I promise you're going to resent me, because your soul has a lesson, and my job is just to figure out what that lesson is and try to help you learn it as fast as possible so you can move on to a new lesson, right? And that's it. I'm here learning lessons right now. My son's learning lessons, and there's a curriculum that is unique and individual to each of us. And each of us must learn that curriculum and master that curriculum. And my curriculum is different than yours, different than my son's. So I'm just trying to figure out what his curriculum is so I can help him learn it. And I'm just trying to figure out what my curriculum is so I don't keep repeating the same mistakes and making, going through the same trial and error. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, help boost this video. I want to get the word out about my work, and I could use your help. Thank you so much, and God bless.